Okay, here's the deal. It's the early 2000s, and just like now, everyone is saying, oh, the economy's so great, people can do whatever they want. Well, back then, they said it was the same thing. They said you could just do whatever you want. So there was this company all the way from Alaska. They came to San Antonio. They said they could hire people and you could make big bucks. And they basically rented out a hotel. And I went down there, and guess what? I applied, and I sat there, and then they're like, "Okay, can you like do this stuff with fish for like a lot of hours?" And I was like, "I don't know. I'd have to give it a shot." And they're like, "Okay," and then they like looked at my application, and I put car wash. I put where have you worked? I said I worked at a car wash, and they said, "Oh, did you get like tips? Like tips? Yay!" It's like, no, we didn't get tips. I was like in the vacuum area, and when it was slow, like if you're there like about 9 in the morning, they're saying, "Okay, it's slow. Clock out. Go across the street, hang out at the Burger King for a while. Come back about noon." And then it was really crappy. It was crappy, and that's when times were good. I did when I was there at the car wash. I clocked out, and then I went and I didn't go to Burger King. I went and sat in my car for an hour or two. I came back and I'm like, nah, it's still slow. So like, go hang out some more. And I left. I never came back. That whole year, everything was like, oh, it's so great. It's like now I hear like, oh yeah, it's great. Like, if you want to like fly a 747 and you never flew before, you just show up at the airport and they're like, oh yeah, go. You got the job, buddy. And basically, it was all crap back then. Now we're 20 something, and it's like the same thing. And I know it's not true because I know there's people out there working crappy jobs. I don't have to worry about that no more. I given up. I play the drums. I look for drumming opportunities. I don't waste my time trying to find crappy jobs anymore. Also, it's like this was also back in the early thousands when everything was great. It was like Thanksgiving. There was a store. It was kind of like it's like a home decor store. It wasn't a Home Depot. It did have an orange vibe. And I went down there and on Thanksgiving, like at 2 o'clock, because they were open, like, hey, yeah, if you need people, I'm here, Like, oh, you had to apply. And back then they had these big arcade game things, and I guess it was like an internet computer built into like this big arcade game, and you'd sit there for like an hour answering all these stupid questions like, is it alright to steal if everybody's stealing? It's like, no. Basically none of those places ever hired me there, so I think it's like now, I think it's all basically a fraud. And that's why I say, you know what, don't believe it. It's all lies. It's like advertising. It's lies. Commercials are lies. I also want to say, if people think the big answer is to save up and start your own business, that's not gonna work. I had a business too. I'll get into that in another video, but if small business was profitable, big business would eat it up. The only thing that's out there is like crumbs. So do something that you enjoy doing. If you want to be a juggler, juggle. You want to be a musician, musician. You want to be an actor, actor. Don't try to do the mainstream stuff because it's not going to work out. Then you're just going to regret it someday. Like, oh, I'm not sure if I regret it, but if I don't keep looking for drumming opportunities, I might regret it. Okay, that's the video. Also, if you want to be a dancer, dance. Got a lot of ants. Okay, that's the video. If you want to dance, dance. You want to act, act. You want to be a musician, drum. Don't fall for the mainstream BS, because that's what it is. It's all BS. Thank you. I don't like that.